Welcome back, dear viewers. You're still watching The Breakfast Show. We're talking about the parliamentary elections underway in Egypt with our guest here in the studio, Dr. Mostafa Wali, member of the Egyptian European Council. Dr. Wali, just we were seeing this very inspirational teaser about the parliamentary elections. If you can give us your comment.
Every shot, and every piece of information is real true. If you say that there was this statement that it's for 1.5 centuries we as Egyptian people have been participating in democracy since 150 years. At least when we look at this, it means that there is something deep in this nation seeking for democracy, simple as that. Yeah. Yes. And then we pass by time ups and downs. But here we are now. Always when you are now and looking for the future. Here we are now. We are inspired that to have a real positive look for the future. We can make it now. We can make it by selecting the people who will represent us according to what we believe, what we know, according to the problems facing our country. And this is I was very impressed because all of these shots, quick shots, was all correct.
Yes. And what do you think, sir, about in the 2020 parliamentary elections having a higher representation of Egyptian youth, as also the political leadership, President Abdel Sisi, is paying special attention to our youth?
It's now a fact that the president always talk about youth. Just when I was coming here and giving the he says it in his simple Egyptian way of talking to the people that this is your country, you handle it. You think of it, you work for it. It's for you and your generations to come. Simple as that. So everything is in the hands of these people, of these Egyptian people. Youth are the most capable. But let's hope that collaboration between generations will be there.
Dr. Wali, also during the break we were talking about the importance of unity. The importance that the Egyptians should stand united at these times, and that everything will pass, and we will definitely have the better future that we all want.
Yes. The Egyptian people must be aware now that he is targeted by evil people. It's not just talking blah blah blah. It's true. There are people who would be very happy if anything bad happens to this country. This regardless of who will be affected, whether it's a poor guy or a rich guy or a woman or a boy, or there are such hatred, such deep hatred is there, and we are not exaggerating. Look what we, even without doing things, the way they talk, the way they are, disinforming, disinformation, and the grudge against Egyptian people. I wouldn't say leadership; it's Egyptian people. Because it's the Egyptian people who have in their hand, they have their future to change. They're even present to deal with, like what we are doing today, going to elect people to represent us. Nobody is pushing us. Nobody is forcing us, and it's under the eyes of the whole world. So transparent everything. So let the Egyptian people think of this, and this could be the only thing to unite them against the evil of those who are seeking bad things for Egypt. Yes. And they will never, ever succeed.
God willing, Dr. Wali.
Inshallah.
Also, Doctor, I would like to know your comment about the election system that was introduced, and how do you see the candidates list and the individuals list?
More or less, this is most suitable because it's still the individual aspect, because it has to do with the structure of partisanship,
Yes.
But anyway, we are in a process for the partisanship. I mean, even the parties, there are some changes in the parties, which there was a very good change in the law of parties, which allows a big spectrum of youth to be there. That's why you will find a lot of youth, getting into either in the lists or individual even. And that's really good. That's really good. So the electoral system based on the actual political situation on the ground, the partisanship and also, individualism, it's both there. So it's for the choice of the people. You will have the whole spectrum. And something good, actually, I noticed that, okay, too many parties where even you can't identify who's who, they get together and they have now a unifying list. And they will have the right, any candidate of his to go after his party's line or his own line, That's good.
Yes. But don't you believe that this will, the popularity of the candidates for the individuals will affect the impact of the voting process?
Look, we should believe in people. It is their choice, unless they are not forced. You can't force people because he will go by his own will. Generally, let's talk generally, but always you have to be general. There are exceptions, but we are talking generally. In many cases, the most important thing is the trend itself. So, generally, the people are going there to choose. Whatever they are going to choose based on what is their choice, and these are the people. This is very important. But we can say that with the process of raising the awareness of how things should be done. I mean, then again, it's the choice of a man to join this party, X party, or Y party. Again, so the only thing is that the free will for vote and voting, because it's not only the free will, you have to vote. This shows.
Dr. Wali, do you bet on the confidence of the Egyptians that they're now fully aware and politically aware of who's who and who they're voting for and who's going to serve best their country?
Yeah. Of course, such question is a very, widespread, and very big. But the basic of it is that, okay, whatever is the reason which will push you to go and vote, it's your belief that this candidate will be your support. He is working for you. He will do everything under in the house for your benefit. Simple as that. There is no other way.
Yes.
The development of the democratic process and the development of awareness of how things develop, the education level, everything will contribute. The only thing, you should have a base and you build on it.
Sir, also your feelings, if you can share with us, you're seeing the polling stations with the flags waving, and the police personnel are standing there to protect the polling stations and to ensure that the process is going smoothly. If you can share your
you feel that you are in Egypt, the safe haven Egypt, Egypt, the peaceful Egypt, the people. That's it. Honestly, this is my feeling. This is a little bit personal. I just came back yesterday evening from Sharm el-Sheikh after 1 week there. I'm fascinated with this area. I was more fascinated with the achievements there and the way this fantastic. I'm not making propaganda, it's true. Everybody have been through this new road from the tunnel in Suez Canal up to Sharm el-Sheikh. It's around 400 kilometers. It's cut in the desert in record time. I'm an engineer and I know what does it cost, what does it mean to have this. Not only this, if you look at Sharm el-Sheikh, very clean, very nice. So we are capable. Yes, we can. Simple as that. Egypt can. The Egyptian people can. This is my experience. Then the most important thing, oh my God, if you look at Sharm at this time and this blah 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 about what happened in Sinai and all this and this terrorism and so on, the stories which now and then happens, and you see the people 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, in the long ways of Sharm el-Sheikh are moving around, girls, boys, Here, you can walk, you can go around any time. Of course, to talk this way, this is extreme, but it's true. Some areas in the world so far, even in normal time, you can go around, This sign, this is very important sign. This is my feeling. This is peaceful Egypt. It deserves the best. And the Egyptian people will get the best.
Yes. Dr. Mostafa Wali, as we're wrapping up, I would like to know your closing remarks, overview of this electoral process, this vote of confidence of the Egyptian people in the political leadership and those who will represent them the best?
The minimum which can be said about this is that it's another step in the right direction for the Egyptian people at large, to foster and strengthen and increase his capacity of having his own political system to the best, which will fulfill these people's aspirations.
Finally, sir, speaking about the people, your final message to the Egyptian people who are about to cast their ballots today in the parliamentary elections for 2020.
Yes. It is your conscience when you are voting. It's voting for yourself. But don't forget that it's not only you in this. It's whole your community, whatever they are. So the candidate whom you think he can fulfill such important mission, not only for you, but for your community, you can, with heart and with clean conscience, clear conscience, you can vote for him. Simple as that.
Yes. Dr. Mostafa Wali, member of the Egyptian European Council, as always, we really appreciate your insights.
It's always a pleasure being with you here.
The pleasure is all ours, sir.
Thank you very much.
Have a very good day, and looking forward to always have you with us on the breakfast.
It's always a pleasure and an honor also. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mostafa.
Thank you.
Dear viewers, now we move on to a quick break, and then we'll be back to resume the breakfast show live on Nile TV International.